All right, so Zack Snyder, he's gonna shoot some new scenes for his Justice League movie. He's gonna, I think he's gonna do some additional scenes with some of the main cast. I think Henry's Cavill said he's not gonna do some new scenes. Well, maybe he could be lying. I don't know. But yeah, and it's gonna reportedly, it's gonna cost, I think, 70 million. So it's not accurate. It's not accurate number. Maybe it's below 70 million, or hell, maybe it's even higher. But they're reportedly saying it's going to be 70. HBO Max is investing 70 million into this. And honestly, I'm over the moon by this because there's some huge opportunities he could do. And I also want to make it clear he's shooting new scenes. This is not a reshoot. There is a difference. It's additional shots. He's not doing a reshoot, which people are saying, because there's this like narrative that that Zack Snyder's Justice League is not complete, that they had to add another 70 million on top of it to complete it, which doesn't make sense, because that literally says that HBO Max and Warner Brothers and Warner Media miscalculated. So it's like, holy shit, they gave him 50 million, and holy shit, it's not. He can't finish it. We need to add another 70 million. There's this narrative that's going on, but it's really dumb. It's really stupid. It's not a reshoot. They're adding new scenes to it, which is gonna open up huge possibilities, which I want to discuss more. But first, there's something else that I want to talk about, right? And I hope it doesn't end up in a rant, but I have to talk about this. This is the reason, because when I heard about this news, right? This is the reason why I fucking hate scoopers. I fucking can't stand scoopers, and this is the reason why I can't fucking stand them. And look, I don't hate scoopers because sometimes they get it wrong. That's not it. What I personally hate about scoopers, right, is that they don't take responsibility for it. Like when they put something out there and it turns out not to be true, they always make some excuses. They don't say, "Hey guys, sorry, I was wrong." They don't do that. They always say, "Hey, but things change," or the favorite one, "I didn't say that. That's not exactly what I said." Blah blah blah. This is exactly why I fucking hate scoopers. Like for example, this, right? Heroic Hollywood. I'm pretty sure Umberto Gonzalez is part of this. I'm pretty sure he is. Heroic Hollywood. Zack Snyder shooting new Justice League scenes with main cast. But they were the ones, and I'm sure Umberto said the same thing as well, that there were not going to be any new scenes. There's not going to be reshoots. There's not going to be any new scenes. It's just going to be on its own. But look, Zack Snyder shooting new Justice League scenes, main cast. Look at the replies. It's fucking funny. But you said no additional scenes. Thank you. And this is why I fucking hate it. And I'm looking through their timeline ever since they posted this, right? Look, I'm looking through their timeline. I'm scrolling down. Nothing. Right? And I'm scrolling up. Okay, look. Zack Snyder's shooting new Justice League scenes. Alright, scrolling up. Up. Henry Cavill, he's not shooting new scenes. Alright, going up. Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. Up. Scrolling up. What's this? Henry Cavill would like to. Okay, this line. That's it. No apology. No saying, "Hey, sorry guys, we were wrong." They just posted this thing up and just left it alone. This is why I fucking hate Scooper so much. It's like, why can't you just admit that you were wrong? Why can't you just say, like, "Yeah, we were wrong. Something changed, but we put it out there, so we were wrong. We take responsibility." Blah blah blah. Nothing. This is why I can't stand scoopers, especially Umberto. I can't stand him, because he was the one that said, "Well, let me try. Look, let me actually show you, right? How about you hear it from the horse's mouth? That's the best thing."
Energy into the entire franchise.
Let me answer this one. To correct what Ross said, Ross, from my reporting and my sourcing, there's not going to be any reshoots of any kind of any actors. It's just right there. So it's just additional dialogue. Here's something that hasn't been reported yet. He did want to shoot. He wanted to do additional photography, But HBO Max said, no, that's not happening. We'll give you money for post-production, for special effects, for scoring, and even ADR with the actors, but no reshoots are not happening any time in this movie. Right. So this movie is basically one and done. This is to close it off, to close the loop, to finish the story that he said. Maybe not the whole story, because he did have like a 3-5 picture plan, but the Snyderverse, I'll call it, will end with the Snyder Cut.
All right, boom, look. He's talking about a Snyder. He literally said that, hey, look, no reshoots, no additional shoots. That's it. Now, I'm looking through his timeline. Now, look, this was posted like 23rd of September. So I'm going through his timeline because I actually want to see him talk about this. Say, look, I said something about Zack Snyder's not getting additional footage for just his movie Justice League. I was wrong, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking through his timeline. This was posted on the 23rd, all right? So I'm looking. Yeah, I'm scrolling on. Still on the 25th. Still on the 25th. It wasn't Ryan Reynolds. Let me actually scroll down. Not showing additional. Okay. But he didn't write it. Obviously, he retweeted it. Because if he actually did write it, people actually take the piss. Let's actually look. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Of course, he retweeted the rap, but he didn't actually write it himself. Keep going down. So the 22nd. We're in the 22nd. 21st. 19. Going up. Nothing about what he said about the Zack Snyder additional photography. This is what drives me insane. This is what drives me insane. It's like he puts this shit out there, and when it comes out that it's wrong, he doesn't say anything. He just pretends that he doesn't say it, and he just moves along. And this is what drives me nuts about these scoopers and scoopers like him. It's like, guys, when you put something out there and it turns out to be not true, take responsibility for it. Look, you could say, look, things change. Look, I understand things in Hollywood change, right? Like something was meant to happen, but something else happened which caused that first thing to happen to not happen. Does that actually make sense? Nah. But you get what I mean. Something happens in Hollywood that causes things to fall through. That's basically what I'm trying to say. That's fine. I think people understand that. That's not the problem. The problem is that when something falls through, come out and say, hey, look, this is what happened. This is what falls through. But I'm the one who said that this was going to happen, but it turned out it didn't. So I take responsibility for that. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I tried to be more laser focused next time. But no, he doesn't do that. And then people still value his input. Like, if you were wrong about this, why should I listen to you about Ray Fisher's ongoing investigation? Why? I cannot believe people were still taking this guy seriously. Not just him, other scoopers that do the same thing. And it's driving me. I am this close to like making a list of scoopers, right? And then adding into a list what they said that's going to happen. And if it doesn't pan out, I'll go back to that list and to see if they actually apologize or actually said something about it. But if they don't, then boom, they're out of the list. You're not reliable to me. You're a joke to me. And to be fair towards other people, because this is insane. Like, for example, Grace Randolph, right? She's saying that Ryan Reynolds is going to come back as Green Lantern. Garza said the same thing. Ryan Reynolds is going to come back as Green Lantern. I am going to pin this, right? If it turns out that he's not Green Lantern, which I'm 9% sure he's not going to be, I don't see Zack doing this. But if it comes out that he's not Green Lantern, and they're making excuses, and they're not even going to apologize for pushing it, 'cause they really are pushing. They're saying, nope, it's going to happen. Ryan Reynolds is going to be Green Lantern. No, he's going to be Green Lantern. He's going to be Green Lantern. And it turns out he's not. And they're just like snaking through. It's like, oh, that's not what I said. Or, oh, something fell through. And they don't even apologize for it. Then you guys can see that they shouldn't be taken seriously. They're a joke. But if it turns out they're right, hey, they're right. But it turns out they're wrong, and they don't even apologize for it, then they're a joke and people should not listen to them. Again, it's not about them specifically for being wrong. It's about what they do after that they're wrong. That's what drives me insane. Is that what after? Just say, hey, look, I was wrong. This is why I watched or read sometimes of TCN, because I remember they came out and said, yeah, we're gonna take the L with the Hawkman casting. I'm like, all right, cool. At least you guys acknowledge that. But these people, jeez. And Umberto of all people, was he the guy that took the piss out of recent Snyder Cut fans? And yet when it was announced, didn't he try to delete his old tweets? And then he got caught, and then people were going after him. And then he released a video saying, "Oh, look, it's my bad. I'm sorry. I was wrong." Blah, blah, blah. But he had to say that because he got caught. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Look, if I'm wrong and he didn't delete tweets, someone write a comment, say, "Hey, Cosmic, you're wrong because he didn't delete the tweets. It's there and there and there." Look, I'll come out and say, "Look, I'm sorry." Because I'm not like them. I don't just disappear and pretend I didn't say that. But this is what I fucking hate about Scoopers, man. Is this attitude. And this is what drives me nuts. It's like when I found out there's going to be new shoots, I immediately went to his tweet. I'm like, okay, where's your apology? Where's your excuses? Nothing. Only heroic Hollywood. And people are taking the piss. 51 retweets. Oh, but you said no, just thank you. You said there wasn't though. And obviously there's a fuck Snyder. Wow, you were wrong again. I can't fucking stand them, bro. I just can't, man. It drives me insane when scoopers do this. This is why I fucking hate them. Well, most of them. I can't say all of them, but again, I'm gonna keep my eye on this Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern thing, and if it comes out it's not to be true, and them's lot are not taking responsibility for it, mate. Alright, so that's the end of my rant. Oh jeez, I can't fucking stand it. But I had to say this because when I found out about this information, I'm like, okay, so where are these guys that's saying that he's not gonna do additional photography? Where are these guys? Did they make a statement saying, well, we apologize, we were wrong? Nope, of course not. So Humberto Gonzalez, no, I think people should not take what he says seriously. After that, if he's not gonna come out and say that he's wrong, then why should I take you seriously? I think people should not take him seriously. So that's done. That's my rant of scoopers, because I can't fucking stand them. But with the Zack Snyder additional photography, additional footage, I'm seeing this theory, right? And I could be wrong. There's this theory that they're adding 17 million to this. Zack Snyder's doing new scenes to close out the Zack Snyder's Justice League, to conclude it proper, to end it. So basically, when they say that, they mean the Zack Snyder Justice League, it's gonna be its own thing. It's not gonna be its own thing. It's not gonna be its own universe. It's not gonna restart the DCEU, or it's not even gonna resume the DCEU, where they were going, because at that point the DCEU, they were going for this Legion of Doom route. But now that Zack's back, they're gonna resume his original idea. People's theory about that no, this 17 million is just to close it off. It's just to give a great conclusion to Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's it. And now Warner Brothers is going to go some other path of the DCEU. That's their theory. Like, it's gonna close off Zack Snyder's Justice League universe, or the Snyderverse. It's gonna close it off. And honestly, okay, I'm gonna regret saying this because this could be true, but as of right now, I have to say that theory is kind of retarded. It's a really stupid theory. So you're telling me that Zack Snyder got his first 50 million to finish the Snyder Cut, 50 million, and now you're gonna tell me that HBO Max and Warner Media is gonna add 70 million on top of that just to close out the Snyderverse? That's so retarded. That's so stupid. That makes no sense. Listen, we all know that Zack Snyder's Justice League that's coming out on HBO Max is gonna last for 4 hours. But Zack has way more footage than 4 hours. I'm pretty sure he said he has way more than that, but he had to cut it down to 4 hours. Like, this is like a streamlined. This is my ultimate vision, the 4 hour thing that I have. But I'm pretty sure he said he had more footage. Why would HBO Max add 70 million for him to shoot new footage when he already has footage, more footage on his own, on his back catalog, to conclude it? Why does they need to add 70? That makes no sense. Look, you could easily end the Snyderverse by, I don't know, like even in the trailer at the end where all the Justice League members look into the sky, the golden sky, the plane comes, and then boom, they all go their separate ways. That's it. That's the end of the Snyderverse. Like, this is Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's it. No more. Boom. It's done. It's over. It's out there now. It's out in the ether. It's done. That's Zack Snyder's version. All right, it's out there. It's finished. We're gonna continue with our plan. That's it. He doesn't need to conclude. He already has enough to conclude it. That makes no sense to add. First you give him this guy 50 million. Then you're gonna add another 70 million just for him to quote unquote conclude it? That makes no sense. I think they're adding that. It's not, because that 70 million, it's not like a parting gift. 70 million, that's to me sounds more like an investment. We're investing in something. That's why I think this new scenes he's gonna shoot, it's not for the film per se. I mean, it is, obviously it is, but it's not for the narrative of his film, but it's for the narrative of how can I say this? It's for the grand scheme of things, if that makes sense. Like, this new shots he's gonna add it's gonna be in film, but it's gonna quote unquote open up the Snyderverse or resume the Snyderverse. Because there's no way you're adding 70 million just to conclude. Why would you waste that money? And Zack already has more footage under his belt. Why do you need to shoot new scenes? You just need to finish up the special effects. Why would he need to shoot new scenes? So I think the new additional scenes he's doing is either one, he's trying to actually I don't have multiple reasons. I think that the reason why the new scenes he's going to do, it's for him to make his version of the film fit into the current DCEU. That's why I think or at least the 17 million for the new scenes is gonna expand the Snyderverse. Either they're gonna try to make it fit into the DCEU and they're gonna make that canon, or it's gonna be its own universe, but it's gonna continue. It's not gonna close, because there's no way you're adding 17 million just to close it. That is insane. No fucking way they're doing that. That's insane. And Henry Cavill says he's not coming back. I don't know, man. I think he's lying. Because actors, they could lie. They can't just say, I can't. I mean, I can't confirm or deny. He could lie. He could say, no, we're not doing it, and behind his back they're doing it. He could say that. Or he generally thinks that, or he's generally not doing any reshoots because Zack already has the shots. He already has the shots for Henry Cavill, so it's fine. He doesn't need it, so that's fine. But my point is, I think the 70 million is going to continue the Snyderverse, or they're going to resume the Snyderverse within the DCEU. That's what I think. Then that's what I think. I don't think it's to close off, to conclude. That makes no sense. To add more scenes, because Zack Snyder, he's a kind of filmmaker. I'm pretty sure he says this himself, where he shoots many scenes in different angles, and he shoots additional scenes that even he might not use later on, or he might just tweak. Because I remember where he's trying to get Henry Cavill to get on the iconic black suit, but then Warner Brothers was like, oh no, it's too dark, or whatever the fuck they said. But he customized the suit in such a way that in post-production he could just color correct it and it would be the black suit. So he's that kind of filmmaker. So to know a guy like that, he needs new scenes plus 17 million to make these new scenes to close off, even though I'm pretty sure he already has extra shots so he could close off perfectly. I don't know, man. I really don't think it's gonna close off. I think he's gonna also add that scary scene. I'm not sure if you guys know about this, but there's a scary scene that Warner Brothers didn't want. I think it's where Batman went to this warehouse or something, and he found like humans, kidnapped humans are slowly turning into parademons. They're in this cocoon shit. That looks awesome, but obviously it wasn't filmed. So it probably could be that to enhance the Snyder Cut. Maybe it's those three. Maybe it's to shoot the Snyderverse in his own thing, or number two, to reset the DCEU and make the Justice League Snyder Cut canon. Or three is just to add his vision into this. It's not gonna close off the Snyder Cut. But either way, it's exciting, man. It really is exciting. And it's not going to close off. Look, I could be wrong. If it is to close off, and then obviously someone has to remind me, hey, you said it wasn't going to close off, so you're wrong. I'll be like, look, I'm the dick. I was wrong. I admit it. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. But I'm pretty sure, 99% sure that's not going to happen. That they're not going to close off. Because $70 million, that sounds like an investment to me. Rather than just a one thing and then to close off. That makes no fucking sense. But anyways, I am so happy about this. I had to get the Scoopers rank off my chest because it really pissed me off. And again, it's supposed to be my dream state with the green background here, but nope. Again, I went on a rant. But anyways, this is great news. This is great news indeed. I can't wait to see what next, man.